Welcome everyone, this is going to be a tutorial of the FlyByWire A320neo, not the regular one, the A320 FlyByWire. So first thing, go on, jump inside the cockpit. First thing you want to do, go down to your tablet here, and I'm using SimBrief data, so to do that, if you go into third-party options, you put your SimBrief number in, and it'll link your SimBrief account to this. So after you do that, just import the data. So it'll come up, my route today is Charlotte to Atlanta. And then after that, you could go into the third tab down, in services, you could connect the jet bridge, you could do the field truck, the ground power unit, the baggage truck, and the catering truck. And next thing, go into fuel. I'll pull up the panel up here. So my payload, it'll be under block fuel, so 4753, and I have it on fast, and you can start that. And if you go to payload, it's on fast also. You click this, you get boarding, it'll bring it from SimBrief, so 133 passengers starting the board. After that, you could go up to the top. To start it, turn on battery 1, battery 2, right there, and then the external power. And then you can come down here, the crew oxygen supply, turn that on. And then all three of these, change these to nav. It's 3. Then you could turn on all 6 of the fuel pumps. And you could come down here, and this one all the way in the corner here, arm that. And then the no smoking sign right here, turn that to auto, and then the seatbelt sign, you can leave it off for now, turn it on in a moment. And then over here, you can turn on your nav lights and your strobes. This is not going to be exactly perfect, but it's how I do it, how I fly it, and it works. So if you come to this right here, you can increase the lighting on it, so just keep scrolling until it max. And that's all for up there right now, so come down here. If you go in here, you'll get the air pressure right here, 3005. So if you come down here, right here, go up 3005, and it'll come up down here also on the map. So next thing you want to do, or I like to do, turn up all the brightness and everything. So the screen here, they're already almost at max, so those two, and then if you come these two right here in the center, turn the brightness up on those. If you go to the first officer, you could change these brightness to max also. And come back here, go down to the ECAM, and turn these two, and then you come down here, you could do these ones. After that,
boarding completed.
I just like to click lock door on there. Alright, so once you're finished that, this will pop up. It should already have flight directors on, automatic. So you come down to the FMC, you can turn on the brightness up here too. First thing you want to do is go to the ATSU, then the AOC menu, and you'll click on the init press.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer,
and click init data request. This will take your data from the SimBrief into here. So departure, be Charlotte to Atlanta.
Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very
the field, the estimated time, and the flight number. So that's all from SimBrief. So you can click the back on there.
Of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
And then after you put this in, you could go to init down here, and then sometimes the init request isn't in here. If it is, you could just click it and it'll take all the SimBrief data and put it in again right here. This has a little bit different stuff like the cost index and the flight level. But if not, you could just go into SimBrief, or just have the SimBrief panel and plug that all in. And then you can also go into wind and temp, click wind request. Look at that. After that, I like to go into the fuel. Right there, fuel pred. And go to payload, and then I just round it up to 4.8. And then put that under block right there. And then if you double click on this one, the ZFW, it'll populate right there. Just put that right in. That is good. And then we'll go into our flight plan now, so bring that back up. So you'll start with the departure, so KCLT, click on that, then click on departure. And we're going 36C, so you can scroll down on here till you find it. 36C right here, click on that. And we'll do the Bob Z4 departure, so you look on here, it's right there. Click on that, and then transition, mine is TNSLY, so transition, click on that, and then you click insert. And if you see these flight plan discontinuities, just go down here till you get clear, and then if you clear it, oh, well, if you get these manuals, there we go, and it gets rid of that. And then there's another one, so click clear, and then click on that, it'll get rid of it. And then once you get down to the departure here, you could click on that, or the arrival, and then arrival right here. We're going 08 left, so ILS 08 left there, click on that, and then we are coming the OZZ Z1, click on that, and then via, you don't really have to do that. Now once you get that done, I like to come up here and then have constraints on, and then have this on plan, so not arc, plan. I have it on both here. So just basically scroll through this, make sure nothing's missing, make sure when you go through it, so see how this isn't connected to this one right here. So if you look in here, you can see manual right here. Get rid of that, and then this flight plan, and then they will connect right there. Scroll down more. You'll see Atlanta right there. So that is all good for the flight plan. You could change this back to ARC. I like to leave that on ARC. And one more thing down here in the FMC, you go to Performance right here. Click on Performance, and then Flaps. I just like to do Flaps 1, so just click 1, and then insert that into there. V1. To do this, you just have to double click on this, populate right down there. 128, click it again, and then do that again. Double click it one more time, 133, and then that, and then all three are in there. So on here, once you're going down the runway, it'll pop up V1 at 128. So that is all good down here. I like to leave that on flight plan down there. So now we could come up back to the overhead, and we could turn on the APU. So first thing you want to do is the master switch, then wait about 3 seconds. You can start it, and also you could put the seatbelt signs on because we'll be pushing back in a second. And also you want your beacon lights on right here. You can turn that on. So this will take like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it'll say available, and then you'll turn in the APU bleed. So we'll wait for that. Everything else is good right now. We could, when we push back, that's when we'll set the flaps, and when we're pushing back, we'll start the engines as well. And you'll see that it is available right there. So you'll click on the APU bleed, and then you could turn off the external power. Alright, and at this point, I'm using the pushback tug from FlightSim.to. I'm going to pre-plan the pushback. I can start the pushback. And I already know which way I'm pushing back. You can use ChartFox, which is free on the internet. Basically, kind of like Navigraph, but not as good. So just click the position you want to push back to. Click enter on that, then request the pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set.
So
You may
the
lift.
parking brake is let.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Gonna lift the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, so like, please release the parking brake. Parking brake down here. Release that.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Alright.
It
So
will start in the sequence.
once you start pushing back, you come down here. Right here in the center here, you're gonna turn this to the right. Say ignition start. And I'd start the second one first and then the first one, but you could do them at the same time. So if you just click them on there, bolt those up, and then you'll see that it'll start moving right here. But you'll want to make sure in the beginning when you do it, all the fuel pumps are on for that. And if you come down here, you can see both them starting up. While doing that too, you could come down here. Right down in this section, you're going to turn the wind shear. This is for wind shear. Turn this to auto. So it'll be on the center to the right. And then you can also come down here. You could change this to all. You could change this to TARA.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
And when the pushback is done,
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking
they'll say
brake.
set the parking brake, so come down here. Set it.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Now disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Alright, and
Hold in
once
position
it's done,
waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
you can come down here, and after we push back, you can set this to flap 1 there, and you could also arm the speed brakes. And once the engines are both stable right here, check that they're both stable, you can set this back to the normal position, back to the center. You could also come up top when that's stable, and you can turn off the APU bleed and the master switch right there. You don't need those on. Right, and then one more thing you want to do is come up here to the taxi lights. You turn this to taxi. I'm just going to have these off right now, so when you're at the runway, you could turn them on, and then have the runway turn on lights. You don't need the wing lights on, just the nav, the beacon, and the strobe lights. And then you'll also set the brakes to max when you get on the runway. You don't need to do that right now, but that's basically all you need till you push back. I'll make another video from this point taxiing to the runway, taking off and using the autopilot. But that is all for this video. Thank you.